Stephen Tamayo, Sicangu Lakota, traditional Lakota artist and educator.
I don't like restrictions placed upon me.
2025 National Endowment for the Arts National Heritage Fellow.
I want to have that freedom.
Draws on an animal skin.
Art is my savior, my reconnection to who I am.
A large body of water. Omaha, Nebraska.
We're in the lands of the Omaha people. City's namesake, Omaha. Omaha means the people against the current.
A large mural featuring native people without faces. My family comes from Milk's Camp community. I'm a member of the Burnt Thigh Band of the Lakota Nation.
What I specialize in is the traditional art form of the Plains people.
Artwork incorporating feathers, beads, and colorful drawings.
So this is one of my favorite pieces of art that I created. Understanding quill work, understanding feather work. Throughout my life, I keep adding to this.
He punches holes in a strip of stiff blue material.
For us, in our creation stories, we come from the center. This is the center of this buffalo.
The large animal skin.
The complexities within our art form, it's right in front of us. What is the symbology? What are the symbols and what do they truly mean?
White feathers with brown tips. The buffalo skin decorated with colorful drawings of teepees and horse heads.
This way of life had many restrictions placed upon it. And so if we became practitioners of our indigenous ways, then we were persecuted.
Green treetops sway outside a large window.
We're trying to pick up the fragments.
In an art room, girls make beaded jewelry.
Here's our cucumbers.
Making earrings is cool, but it opens that door to this discussion of our culture, of who we are, because you should understand who you are, first and foremost. If you're Omaha, Ho-Chunk, Oshni, Ushni, Ponca, understand who you are, and then we go from there.
One girl nods. A photo of young Stephen.
I was born and raised with my dad's side of the family. My dad was from Mexico, Texas. So growing up, most of my friends, they had no idea I was Native because we never talked about it. When I graduated, I took off into the military. 3 years at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. I came home and I had my girls.
2 girls.
I raised them as Mexicanos as well as Lakotas.
More photos.
My girls were getting older and they were like, Dad, we want to go dance at powwows. And I was just like, I don't know how to sew. And my mom didn't know how to sew. I didn't know how to make moccasins. I didn't know how to make dresses. What do they carry? What do you put in their hair? And so it just kept snowballing. That led me to this path of, all right, I'm gonna go find some grandmas and grandpas.
Native American dancers.
I had to learn the language to communicate to the older people. Without their time and their patience and perseverance of understanding the resiliency of our own existence, I wouldn't be here today without them. Every single grandma and grandpa that I came across, they would tell me another story about stars. And so I've been a collector of star knowledge.
With a pencil, Stephen draws stars on paper.
Not only did they teach me about technique of construction, here's the stories that coincide.
A steel truss bridge spans a wide body of water.
My mother was a victim of the boarding school system. And so that identity, that cultural identity, that language was stolen from her. She never got to see her parents ever again. When they took all 7 of my grandparents' children, I think they died of a broken heart, to be honest.
A sepia-toned photo of an elderly man wearing a feathered headdress.
My grandfather, his name was Zingtalatho. Zingtalatho is Bluebird. This is how Bluebird came to be.
Bluebird Cultural Initiative, room 124.
My big goal is to create my own little army of cultural specialists.
The art room.
And they can become the teachers.
My name is Leilani Gregory. I am a part of the Rosebud Sioux tribe of South Dakota, and I have been one of Steve's students since I was in kindergarten.
Leilani works with beads.
When I'm working, whether it's beading or sewing ribbon skirts, I just find peace in it, honestly. It's good medicine.
Stephen inspects another student's work.
He has really taught me what it means to be Native American, our ways, our traditions.
Bone necklace.
We're here to keep our culture alive.
What's the significance of your own designs? You know? That is the mission of Bluebird, is to explain these things.
A hand-painted sign featuring a bison.
It's a never-ending practice, and so I'll be researching the rest of my life.
Stephen and others construct a teepee.
Next pole, right here, 2 more people. Even though it's my job, it's not really a job, because it's led by my passion of understanding who we are.
Stephen speaks into a microphone. He joins others in dance.
All the obstacles that have been created for centuries, I'm trying to knock those obstacles down.
He stands in front of Henry W. Yates Public School. In 2025, the National Endowment for the Arts presented Stephen Tamayo the NEA National Heritage Fellowship Award, the highest form of recognition for the folk and traditional arts by the United States government. For more information, visit arts.gov/heritage. A list of credits follows, including director and producer Olivia Shaw. This film was produced by Hypothetical in association with the National Council for the Traditional Arts, presented by the National Endowment for the Arts.